Hi, thank you for joining me on this one. This video is about diabetes mellitus. So this is type 2 diabetes, type 1 is different. So I'll start off with this one with the affirmation because there are lots of things kind of like concerning diabetes. So I accept my past for what it is in a detached way. I open myself to life, knowing that it holds only beautiful moments if I am ready to accept them. I believe in myself and I don't need anyone to lean on. I have all the courage and determination necessary to create my own happiness. It is by opening my heart that miracles will happen. Letting go of my resistance liberates me from my frustrations and I can live in harmony with life and its seasons. I learn to feel safe when looking for affection and tenderness. I can feel love coming from those near to me. I become aware of my own worth. I become more spontaneous and let my inner child fill up with gaiety and self-assurance. I thereby no longer destroy myself and I give myself a safe, pleasant life filled with sweetness. So words hold energy. As I'm speaking the words and you are listening and hearing the words, you will also be receiving an energy from them. So there will be like an energy frequency from them that at a subconscious level the body will be able to absorb and use. So that's the beautiful thing about reading these words. So you don't even literally have to really be consciously listening to them. You could just literally play this video and the body will hear the energy or read the energy. That's the beautiful thing about words. So diabetes mellitus, so this is insufficient secretion of insulin by the pancreas, which cannot maintain sugar at sufficient levels in the blood. So excessive sugar in the blood and cannot use sugar. So there are reasons why the body is holding onto the sugar in the blood. So, and there will also be sugar in the urine as well. I remember having a biology lesson and my biology teacher, he was brilliant. He was some class bit as a Fruit Loop, but we absolutely loved him because he was that way. And he'd literally got an own kind of like glass beaker of his own urine, put his finger in it and kind of like put it in his mouth and tasted his urine and goes, no, I haven't got diabetes today. So you will, if anyone wants to do the test, see if I've got diabetes, simple test is to just literally can taste your own urine. For them, for the brave-hearted. Not my cup of tea. I'd rather use a finger kinesiology to test if there's diabetes mellitus. Or obviously, you know, you can go to your healthcare provider and go and have tests as well. So sugar is linked to love, tenderness and affection. So diabetes reflects various feelings of inner sadness, lack of love, love sickness. So I therefore need to control my environment and those around me because of my previous wounds. So sometimes as well the spine will come up. So if there's diabetes, the spine around the kidneys as well. So I think that's around dorsal 8. Maybe kind of like coming up as well because it's kind of like dominance in control. About controlling experiences and others around us. So one thing as well about sadness, so people that may be expressing symptoms of diabetes mellitus in the kidneys and pancreas will have lost a loved one, somebody who was close to them that knew them. So what you will tend to do is control people and experiences in life because you will be fearing losing another loved one that knows you implicitly, and you will have kind of like imaginary adversaries. So you'll be feeling threatened by certain people or situations with regards to your loved one. So you'll literally be ready for a fight, and you may feel this in the elbow. Put your sword down, release that elbow pain. That's what the body is trying to tell you. You don't need to fight. So basically what the body will do, it will hold on to sugar in the blood because the body is getting ready to fight an adversary. So obviously your body is coming up with your symptoms because it's saying, you know, you're not true, you're a being of love anyway, you generate your love, you don't need it from another. You're creating your own suffering here. So one way of helping us with our oppressed sadness in the body and grief is the fingers also have connection to our 5 core emotions. So what we could do to release some of the sadness within the body is literally just, the sadness is this finger, so it's your ring finger, your relationship finger. So you literally just can hold on to the ring finger for as long as you feel you want to hold on to it. So you can literally do this while you're watching TV or at any time in the day, really. It doesn't take long. On the bus, on the train, whatever, you know, nobody knows what you're doing, it's fine. So you literally hold on to the ring finger, and then when you feel you want to surrender and let go of the sadness and grief around all loved ones and situations, you literally kind of like pull that sadness and emotion away from your body and throw it away, literally kind of like throw it away, do the action of throwing away. So this action as well is taught in some ancient teachings around Qigong, that this is an ancient practice that you throw away the energy. So ancient healers as well will have used this to throw away energy. So it's been used for a long time, and you can do it with any finger. All your fingers have relationships to other emotions as well, your 5 core emotions, but it's your ring finger for this one, sadness, for diabetes mellitus. So I'm experiencing emotional abstinence, so you will not be able to receive love from your loved ones around you. So you will be leaning on them, so to speak, for kind of like your love, but your body is trying to tell you, you generate your love. So the minute we make another person responsible for our love, well-being and peace, you're going to create your own suffering. So your body is trying to tell you that you are actually manifesting your own suffering here, but it will be from past traumas and past hurts of losing a loved one. And you know, this is probably why diabetes mellitus is so widespread, in that how many of us have actually gone unscathed, you know, in this life, another subsequent lives of losing loved ones, but it's just that you haven't dealt with that loss or grief. So you are trying to control your experiences and people now in kind of like in this now moment. So I usually experience repetitive sadness, repressed emotion stamped with unconscious sadness without any gentleness, which makes me harder. So you will be hard on yourself as well. So you'll be in situations where it'll be a hard situation, but you'll make yourself suffer it. And you literally do have a choice. You could walk away from the situation and surrender it, but no, I've got to fight this till the end. I've got to do it. So there is a real lack of tenderness for yourself and a real lack of love. So what we tend to do is, love has an association with sweetness of life. So to get that sweetness of life back, because you're not receiving love from other people or creating it yourself, what you'll tend to do is look for the sweetness of life in foods. So you will use the food is almost kind of like a control mechanism, that you'll look out for sweet things, which will be in pastas or bread or sweets, cakes, anything that is deemed as sweet. It's because you are looking for the sweetness in life, but you are using it in foods to obtain it. But it's literally to really change your mental perspective around, and it's trying to even wake up with an affirmation in the morning that I can see sweetness and joy in everything and everyone, in every situation that I am experiencing in the now. I can experience sweetness and joy and love. So I see love and joy in everything, so therefore I don't need the sweetness of foods and sugars. So sugar, don't get me started on sugar. More addictive than cocaine. Yeah, for another one. So gentleness has disappeared and replaced with ongoing pain, and then I start eating sugar of every possible variety to compensate. I am forced to struggle and take on life, people or events. So you will find life really difficult and really, really hard. I restrict myself in many ways. I become bitter towards life. I compensate with sugar. So we are limitless beings. We are not designed to be restricted in any way, shape or form, and it is our divine right to feel joy, to feel love, to enjoy every now moment. It's our divine right to do this, and as creative beings, that is the unlimited aspect of us that we can create in every now moment. So create love and joy. And if you're not creating love and joy, then potentially you are creating from a fear space. Therefore, creation becomes something different, and you'll be creating experiences that create suffering. So it's an ongoing infinity symbol of suffering. Break that cycle. I create in love and joy. I do not create in fear, I create in love and joy. I experience a lot of resistance when I am controlled with a situation I want to avoid and feel compelled to suffer and refuse to give away. Because you've created a situation of difficulty and resistance, so it's kind of like, no, I'm going to see it through. I just can't give up like that. So it's kind of like you'll be really ready for a fight, so to speak. And it's kind of like you'll feel it in the kidneys, fear, flight or fight response. You'll be ready on it. So that's why you need the sugar retention in your body, because sugar is the fastest thing the body can convert to energy. So that's why you need in the sugar. So you'll be feeling kind of like low energy as well. And it's because simply your body is holding on to the sugar, but it's not using it, it's not burning it. So you'll feel really, really low in energy because your body is conserving it for the fight. So certain situations that may trigger it as well is separation, a change of house, exams, so any kind of separation from things, or stress, or emotions linked to the loss of a loved one, deep solitude, which can even make me despair. My family are what represents my family are usually involved. A feeling of disgust, loathing or scorn towards a situation is linked to resistance. So you may be feeling a disgust or a loathing or a scorn towards family members as well, and you'll bring up situations that this person or family member has done, and it's kind of it's because you can't receive the love from that person anyway. So what do? You scorn it. So it's kind of like almost justification for not being loved by this family member. So you are creating almost this resistance and solitude. So you're creating the resistance and solitude inadvertently, subconsciously. So then it kind of like puts you back to you to create your own love, and not get obtaining it from family members. And the wanting to fight will be reluctant as well, but you feel like you need to do it. You feel like I can't walk away from a fight. I must follow this. I must follow this through. Yeah, you can walk away. It's just give up. But you'll be fear of losing that love that the family member or someone has been giving to you. So it's kind of like, I can't give up that person because they have been kind of manufacturing and manifesting the love that I need for this life. But what inadvertently you'll be doing is you'll be pushing away through the loathing, the scorn and the disgust. So you can obtain and create the love for yourself. So Hypoglycemia. I feel helpless, unable to fight to the end. A lack of energy stops me from going forward. I feel pushed to do the thing I want to resist. So again, you're creating your own suffering. You've got a lack of energy, but you'll just keep going and going and going. So literally you are hypoglycemic. So literally you are running on empty. You've got all this blood, all this sugar in your blood, but still no energy. So it's kind of like it's a really contrasted situation. I need to take control of myself now. So rather than controlling people and experiences in your life to obtain love and joy from, I need to take control of this now and create my own love and joy. I change situations and start with love and joy in all things. Sugar is related to sweetness and love. So that is one way of counteracting the diabetes, is literally kind of wake up in the morning. As soon as you put your feet on the floor, I'm going to find love and joy in everything I'm doing today. If I can't find love and joy in the people around me or the thing that I am doing in my now moment, then release it. You've got two choices as creator being: release it or change the way you feel about it. So you've got two choices there. I am full of regrets for what was, what could have been. So you'll be maybe a little bit thinking about in the past, maybe about past failures, past losses, and you'll have regrets about it, and you'll be thinking, oh well, this could have been and that could have been. Doesn't really matter, be in the now. It's what you've got in the now, to create from the now moment. You can't create from any past moment because it's past, so it's not even relevant. So come out of the past and into your now. Be present in this now moment. So being in the now moment and being present is just literally maybe having a couple of minutes, or as long as you need to take, how do I feel today? What is it that I want to create today? I think that I am not worthy of happiness or pleasure. Every single person on this planet is worthy of happiness and pleasure and joy. The universe wants you to have a beautiful, lovely, good experience, but what you are choosing is what you are choosing. You have free will in your experience, so you can and have the limitless ability of changing your experience. You are creator being, you are limitless, you are multidimensional. You've just forgotten that. I have trouble receiving love. I feel suffocated and overloaded, stuck in an excessive and uncontrollable situation. Okay, so I have trouble receiving love. So come away from situations, come away from other people. Again, be in the now moment. This is just being to receive the universal love. So other ways you can do it is in your now moment, create something that you love doing, that makes you feel peaceful, that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel love. You are a creator being, you create all those things yourself from your now moment. So whatever it is that you love doing, do that and just being it. So you are being the love being that you are designed to be. So I have a great need for love and affection, especially from my father, but I don't know how to act and how to react when I do receive this. So there may be some things around the father relationship. Fathers historically have been a little bit cut off from showing affections and emotions in the past, because it was just the way of it. So it's to offer a little bit of forgiveness around our fathers and to ourselves as well, in that it's just that they felt this is how they should kind of perform in society's expectations. So we've all virtue signalled at some point in our lives, and fathers have done this as well. So as children, we've not known how to read the affection from a father, and they may have been hard themselves as well. So inadvertently, we've learned that hardness. So we've learned not to be affectionate and loving because potentially it's something we've had passed down from our fathers. So we've not learned to receive love and affection. And therefore, you know, in our own behaviours as a father, it may come across as that. So you may be controlling maybe a little bit towards your children, or they'll have done something continuously, you know, to bug or annoy you. I find this unfair. So because you've not known how to react or receive father's affection and love, I find this unfair. I doubt or I don't trust any authority exerted over me, father, boss, person, or religion. So basically we then put on the overlay of father figure to certain authorities, bosses, persons, or religions. So then we will kind of not trust any person in authority. Not a bad thing, because you are the only person in authority really when you come back to the heart space. Nobody has, not other person really has authority over us apart from ourselves. I find it difficult to receive love from others, and life has no pleasure for me. Then you will simply be on the then what's the point in living? So from diabetes, you'll then kind of maybe have ongoing other conditions, because it's literally you are instructing the body, well, if life isn't joyful and life isn't loving and life isn't pleasurable, then what's the point in experiencing this anyway? So then you are inadvertently instructing your cells and bodily functions to basically shut down. So this is why it's really important to acknowledge the diabetes mellitus, because it can then be a catalyst for other conditions. As I can't accept the little sweetness of life, I become diabetic, which consequently forbids me to eat sugar. The irony is, the sugar that you're wanting to eat to store into your blood, ready for a fight, is also the thing that you will have to abstain from in order to balance this condition. So I find it difficult to let go and express true love or joy or passion openly. So if this is what's going on in your now moment, then yeah, you will be thinking life is hard and what is the point to it all. Swivel it on its head. Affirmations. I can express true love, I can express joy, and I can express passion openly and freely without fear. My expectations are often excessive, as I want people to fulfill my desires. So you're expecting love from other people, you're expecting joy from other people, you're expecting other people to create your happiness. You're only going to create your own suffering in doing that. It's for you to create, not for other people to create for you. We are only responsible for ourselves and our own creations. These expectations make me frustrated, angry about life, and make me close myself in. So because other people aren't living up to your expectations, you'll just basically kind of like dismiss them and kind of play the blame game a little bit, that it's their fault why your life isn't sweet. It's their fault why you're not feeling love and joy. So we'll play the blame game a little bit. And this again, in turn, when we play the blame game, you're giving your energy away. So again, you will start to feel tired and low in energy, but you'll still be kind of like battling through everything. So a lot going on with diabetes. So find love, joy, and happiness. It's for you to take control of these creations in your now moments. Forget about the past, it's done, can't change it, can only change it in this now moment. And move forward from this now moment. Create your future now moments from this now moment right now. I create love and joy for myself fearlessly. I'm a limitless, multidimensional being. So, diabetes mellitus, I will leave that with you to retain the energy of these words, to receive love from this moment forward, from this now moment, and I will catch you in the next video. Have a beautiful day. Experience and create love, joy and passion in whatever it is you are doing. And if whatever it is you are doing is not creating those things for you, then simply stop doing it and do something else that does. All right, I shall leave that with you. Take care. Love you all. Bye.